Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, I'm Genesisg and I talk about self-improvement and give you some advice or information. Let's not call it advice because I tell you guys to do some stuff and you never do it. You keep coming back. So today I'm talking about boundaries, self-respect, confidence. I was gonna try to hide them, but you know what? Whatever. I'm not so cute. Anyways, so let's start with self-respect. I think that self-respect is keeping promises to yourself, which builds confidence and knowing your worth. When you know your worth, you won't settle for less. When you have self-respect, you won't tolerate something that's outside your morals and boundaries or accept the disrespect and stay. Accepting the disrespect and being disrespected is different, because accepting disrespect means staying and letting that person keep disrespecting you after you've told them, after you've set the boundary, you let them cross them, you don't care. Well, being disrespected is being disrespected once, addressing it. If the things don't go your way, if you guys don't have a solution to the problem, then you leave. That is self-respect. Leaving, even though it hurts. Leaving, even though, you know, it was a beautiful connection, it was a beautiful experience, friendship, relationship, whatever. But it's against what you go for. Your morals, your mental health, your peace matters more than anything else. That is self-respect. So when you have self-respect, you respect yourself enough to walk away from a situation, a friendship, something you love and adore that no longer serves you. And that is harsh. That is something strong people do, because not everybody just, okay, like, I'll leave because this no longer serves me. I now handle detachment so much easier and better since I've practiced it so much more. Oh my gosh, but before I used to attach so easily to anything and everything because I wasn't full, I wasn't at peace with myself, so I used to seek that peace until I found that everything I've been seeking for is already within me. And once you realize that, once you come into that realization, you're like, damn, what am I searching for? I am the love of my life. I am the love of my life. So once you realize this and open your mind to more opportunities and think people as seasons, as lessons, as beautiful things, but not something that you should have forever, or imagine yourself with that person, with that thing forever, you're free, because you know that you can enjoy the time with them and it was beautiful and you created beautiful memories and you learned so much from this person, but it's your life. It's time to move on. You shouldn't depend on somebody and that be your happiness for yourself. You should create your own happiness within you, because it is already within you. You just don't realize it. You're just naive. And confidence now on the other side, well, it's kind of all in the same side, to be honest. Respect, confidence, discipline, all that. Well, I included discipline, but confidence does include discipline, because once you're disciplined and you're consistent on something, it becomes confidence. It becomes something beautiful that you are proud of. You know, when you make a beautiful piece of art, you want to show it off. You're like, damn, I did that. When you're so good at one thing, it's like no one can beat you. And of course, there's a lot of people who are better than you with whatever you're doing, but you believe you're the best. And that's how you have to think. You have to be a little bit delusional to be successful, I think, because, for example, on my YouTube, you know, since I was little, I think I always thought, like, I'm so happy doing this, and I think I'm the best doing this, even though I'm obviously not. I get like 5 views and 3 likes, but who cares? I watch my videos. I think that what I'm doing is right, and I love what I'm doing. And when you show up, whether it's on a passion, whether it's on your work, on whatever you're doing, the gym, or simply creating confidence within you, showing up every day, waking up every day, looking at yourself every time you pass a mirror and saying you're beautiful even though you don't believe it, even though you don't see the dream coming true, that delusion becomes reality, because it's only delusional until it works. When it works, everybody's like, oh, I knew you could have made it, but when I was at the bottom, nobody thought that, you know? And that is part of being successful, being confident, being delusional. What you think you are is what you are. Your actions also play a big role, because I can say I'm a model, but if, you know, I don't model, or I've never modeled, I can say I go to the gym every day, but if my body doesn't show that, you know, it's kind of hard to believe. And for some people, they let that dictate like their perspective of somebody. You know, a lot of people let the perspective of themselves dictate their potential, dictate what they can do, how they're perceived. People are so scared to be perceived, to be ugly, to be cringe, to be a failure, to be unsuccessful, to be seen as a loser or as weak. I'm not. I actually love being hated. I love being challenged and taken for granted sometimes, because when I do rise, when I do win, when I do get what I want in front of them, oh my gosh, the satisfaction is crazy, because, you know, I already knew it before you did. The thing is, I believe in myself so much that people don't believe in me, you know, like a lot of people doubt until they see, and I see it before I speak it. I see it in my mind before I see it in real life. And that is manifestation. That is delusional, but it works. It works because I've seen it with my own eyes. You know, I've wrote in, oh, I want to become a business owner of 3 companies or 3 businesses, and I'm so young. How am I going to become a business owner? Like, are you crazy? And your mind doesn't know the difference between reality and what's in your mind, imagination. It doesn't see the difference. It's just an image and a picture and a feeling, and that feeling you convert it into reality by imagining it and putting action as well. But imagining plays a big role. I'm not gonna lie. Imagining, that's why babies and kids are like, everybody adores them. A lot of people love them, because they have this childlike belief and, oh, I can fly type of confidence, you know, until they realize they can't. Honestly, if people wouldn't have told them no, and people wouldn't have put insecurities in them, oh, your nose is so ugly, oh, why can't you do math, why can't you do certain stuff, and oh, you're so weak, you're not supposed to cry, oh, these beliefs that they put in you are so negative, and that causes so much damage to your brain, to your imagination, to your mind, to your potential. That just breaks your dreams. You're like, oh, I actually can't do it, and then you start questioning yourself and doubting yourself. But you can do it. You can do it. Everything you set your mind to. Once I went into the rabbit hole of how powerful your brain is, like, damn, we are actually so powerful once you actually know how to use your brain in the right ways and not brain rot and fry it with social media. Don't get me wrong, I love social media because it's what I do, but there's a part of social media that it's just trash, pure trash. I'm sorry, just pure trash to get people's money and attention. The more attention you get, the more money they get. The more attention you give them, the more money they get. Because attention, energy is money. Money is an energy. They get the energy out of you. Every time somebody gets mad at something and writes a mean comment, every time somebody gets excited and writes a happy comment, it's energy all around us. And that is money. That converts it into money. Who would believe, oh, making TikToks, like just staring at a camera, singing, laughing, writing a little text would make somebody millions and billions? Nobody believed that. But guess what? They did it. They did it because they believed it. Technology is still advancing like crazy. Now let's touch the topic of boundaries. Boundaries are something you should set high and straight and firm, okay? Because once somebody crosses a boundary or disrespects you, like I said, if you allow it to disrespect you, then it becomes disrespect. If you don't, then you cut it off. That's it, you know? It doesn't bother you anymore. But a lot of people, I used to be one, a people pleaser, and that is a trap. That is jail, little box that people want to keep you in to fit into their narrative, into what they want, into what benefits them most. But of course, they don't think about you. They're selfish. Everybody's selfish. I'm telling you, be selfish, manipulate before they manipulate you. I'm sorry, but it is like that in the business world and in friendships most of the time. Relationships most often, of course. But yeah, I think that you should put yourself first in every place that you go to. In any situation, put yourself first, because no one will do that for you. Everybody is thinking about themselves, their safety, their benefit, their money, their bag, their looks, and not about you. They don't care about you. Unfortunately, that is the real world, and you have to put yourself first. Yeah, so I think that whenever somebody crosses your boundaries, you have to clock them. You have to let them know. If you don't let them know and you're like, oh, that was just a little word they said, that was just a little action, it wasn't that big of a deal, they will make it a big of a deal, and then you will have to address it. But since you let it slide the first time, you're gonna think, oh, maybe they don't do it again, and they will do it again and bigger, because in their mind they're thinking, she doesn't care, she doesn't have self-respect, so why would I respect her if she doesn't even respect herself? It's nonsense. There are people out there who have the audacity to disrespect you and test you. They test the waters. They're like, okay, let's see if she accepts this. If she accepts this, then I'm gonna keep going, and let's see how far it gets. They love to play that little game, especially boys. They're like, how easy is she to get? The easier the better. The more women they have, the better. The more energy you give them, the better. Be wise with your energy. Don't give your energy, your time, your space, your trust to anybody. Your money, your nothing. Because you are supposed to be selfish. Nobody's gonna give it to you for free. I don't play small, so I don't think you should either. I think the more people pleasing you do, it's the more weak you become, and you lose yourself along the way. When you people please, when you think it's not that big of a deal and you let it slide, the first disrespect, you're telling them, I'm weak enough to not let you know that what you did hurt me, and I don't want you to do it again. So they will do it again and keep pulling your little triggers, because people have to do that, especially if they know what hurts you and they do it. They did it. They didn't think about how you would feel. Why would you think about how they feel? No, make them feel embarrassed. Make them feel guilty about what they did. Why not? And it's not you taking revenge. It's you taking your power back. It's you respecting yourself. It's an act of self-love. Why would you betray yourself with something you're not comfortable doing, or something that's not going with your morals? Why would you let that slide? Put your boundaries in the beginning, up front, and let them know. Once they cross them, then you leave. Why would you be with somebody that doesn't respect you? That's bare minimum. Respect is bare minimum. So anyways, guys, that's it for the end of today's video. I love you guys so much. Take care. God bless you, and subscribe.